how did you discover your gifts? So like our interview today is about you're gifted, and I really want to understand like your story, like with how you discover your gifts so that our youth can, see and be inspired by, okay, this is what I can do to discover my gift.
Mm. So I've got a vulnerable, I guess, revelation. I actually didn't think I was good, at all. Like growing up, I really literally thought I wasn't good at anything. I was a bad student. I slept through many of my classes. I had terrible grades.
Wow.
And the reason for that was because I experienced a lot of difficulty growing up. And so there was a lot of trauma. And I just wanted to mention that because a lot of students really struggle when they come from a difficult background and they don't understand why it is so difficult to excel as a student,
Yeah.
And so I didn't really think that I had many gifts. I found my career path before I found my gifts. And the way I found it was through really following what made me feel good in the first instance. So I initially studied hospitality and I left that career path. And then I was exercising, and exercise was really strengthening not just my body, but was strengthening my mind and my confidence. And so I thought, I want to do more of that. I also want to help people feel more confident and stronger in their mind through exercise. So I went and enrolled in a university course of physical education. And I had a car accident, which left me in a wheelchair for some time. So that put my first year of university on hold. And I had to come back the next year. And then, through my recovery, and I found pride and strength. And I was like, right, so I'm going to be focusing on rehabilitation and wellness coaching, right? So you see how I kind of started to use my life experience as my compass, I guess, in finding my career path. And I did that for 22 years. And then I decided to shift into a new career. And that's when I really had to look back and identify what my gifts were. Because, when you've been 22 years doing your own thing and you want to go back into a corporate, you want to get a traditional job in a corporate space, you go like, wow, how do I even start?
Yeah.
How do I articulate what I do and why they would even hire me in the first place? So I really had to reconnect to my achievements and my gifts. And that's when I discovered them.
Wow. I love how you made that shift, right? Like, and the thing is, like, our youth that are listening they're faced with challenges. Either it's the fact that their leaders right now look down on them, yeah, you're younger, you don't know much about life yet, which I disagree with, is everybody has that within them. And the fact that you went through a car accident and you didn't stop there and you found strength in that process and that experience, it really inspires me, to be honest, because it's hard. It takes a lot of courage to pull through that. And with like you said, like you were not always aware of what your gift was, right? Like it took you discovering your career first, and then you discovered your gifts. So can you share with us like what was that process like? And also, do you have a secret to it, like with you discovering your gifts?
Well, I guess, looking back, I can tell that from all the things I've done, my gift really has always been to identify or to read people and situations. And that's kind of like an adaptive, you can see like it's almost like a natural behavior for me to be reading people, understanding situations, understanding systems. I'm very good at process and systems and so that and the critical reasoning. And so I looking back, I can see how I use that in my career in rehabilitation, and then later and also in coaching, of course, you use the same thing, right?
Yeah.
So I really started to kind of look, because when I changed careers, I could go to marketing because I had some experience in marketing and business consulting and all of that. But I came back to the core of who I am. I am about people. I'm not about sales. I'm not
Yeah.
about, I can do business mentoring, and I have clients who I have, I do mentoring on the business and
Yeah.
consulting in business, but that's not who I am. Who I am about people. So, I had to come back to this. My gift is with people, but it's also with systems, surprisingly. So
Yeah.
I kind of
Ah.
discovered that when I was working in the corporate space, that I'm very good with systems and processes, and I'm a hacker, if you want, of
Yeah.
systems, and I kind of bring solutions. So
Yeah.
that's kind of, and I guess it comes from my connectedness. So I'm a Gallup Strengths coach,
Mm.
and in Gallup we have the talent themes, and one of the talents, which is my number one, is connectedness, and that means I'm very good at finding connections amongst things. And
Okay.
and
Wow.
also that I believe that everything happens for a reason.
It
So
does.
you
It
can
does.
see how I link to my, if this happens, then there is a reason, and I should use this
Mm.
as my next thing. So
Mm. Yeah, and
yeah,
that ties into like challenges too, right? Like understanding that whatever challenge I'm going through right now, what trauma I'm going through, what adversity I'm going through, there is something else on the other side of it for me.
yes,
And can you like, like it's such a beautiful journey that you have, and like where you're at right now, like helping more people in the process with their anxiety. Like it's quite amazing. Like I love your work, and I love like reading your posts and stuff like that on LinkedIn, and I'm super excited to see more on Instagram and Facebook as well.